When it became apparent our relation in this fiction could no longer grow, for at this stage in writing, it was all compounded memories, she stood over me, an offering of berries and wine in hand, as her movements, her beauty, gentle words escalated feeling centers through my body, crown center alive, and with sensation.
You need more, my love.
I rose, once abed on the couch, now seated. My naked feet caressed the bold feathered rug, but there was more to her offering, a gift I desired beyond all. I ate several grapes, fruit blossoming taste in my mouth, once lacking hydration. Bushel upon the table, and I collected my bounty, her affection, and grace it was. I pulled her close, falling to the embrace from silk behind, and the treasure of awareness before me. How in her arms, buried in her grandeur, did I wander in many places, twisting dimensions, pristine realities. These planes, new homes, I discovered as the force of her passion ignited my own, and I became one with some higher, titanic reality. Felt it in my spine, aligned with that juxta force in the mind. I succumbed to this passing train, a sphere of waking consciousness and observing universal domains.
What's wrong?
The direct architect, I trode upon my realms with this woman, the queen of these intense and lucid states.
What's wrong?
She said, pulling back. Are you not in my ecstasy? I said, open eyes writhing with return to this mortal awareness, these scenes now thoughts, emotions mustered under a thick blanket from the fog of surface consciousness.
I feel your heart. It bears sorrow.
Even I couldn't sense it. Yet somehow, she could. My work is not resolved. There are many things that lie incomplete. I long to attain this desire I suppress.
I know,
she said, kissing my forehead.
You will, to save the rest.
And she held me tightly, integrating with my vision. After our embrace, we lay side by side for hours, at one with motions of a respiration, remembering dreams I've not recanted in many a time. My sentient beacon, my truest within, somehow external, a place in where I could forever label my dreams as eternal, my passion now given a life it so deserved. Validation these worlds forever go on.
Light of our souls, my dreams are safe. I will never die.
When we stood for more direct stimulation, she rose and looked at me, mirrors the eyes which once again called to me, enter this sacred place, a transcending mysterium.
Where are you?
Here, with you, I replied, and not ever a place further. I stare at you, innocent complexion. When the story seeks to change, as it does now, you shall know, for this story is me, and you, an equal part of I can no longer contain what truly lie inside. I could never imagine a state without you, yet I live it, burdened by the notion I might forever be this way. You've seen this clearly. You've read it. Myself. Won't you accept this invitation to rediscovery? I knew you as a child, and I miss that. If only to focus that energy to some great purpose, service to the mystery.
Together we exist. You are not without me, but there may something more. I am starting to feel a new exception, a new dynamic to this relation.
Here we sit, at the emergence of a convergence, an alien elevator of awareness. the energy of all things interacting with its own divided, singular awareness. For the ocean of consciousness has bent its light slightly enough. It is living in its own theater, and I'm not quite sure that even I understand. So many are many years. Truth will always find those with such will to embrace it, as it comes in layers, layers of which extend as far as one is able to process. There is nothing I would ever dream of hiding from you. You are ready to walk with me on this course, a moment I have waited so dearly, an ending to a longing, for a perfect ending.
What do you mean?
She said, shifting with concern, growing closer to me. Look what I've become. The emotions are slipping. I cannot differentiate between dialogue and explanation.
Your sense is intact? Are you not a part of this world with me? This energy we've created? Us?
She kept at me, eyes unchanging. Still the same question lingered. This world around me, I began. There is an undertone of past and early visions, I said, eyeing my surroundings. While they exist in sceneries written beyond the mind, they reflect here.
These words you've said before, earlier tonight.
She considered, recalling our time downtown. Lost in contemplation, the woman looked at the man, who once sat cross-legged, with open hands. They now lay rest, motionlessly on his lap. A black suit, he was a void, echoes of potential and isolation, white gloves and tie, a reflection of an energetic purity, caressing the spine, leading to a face of... The woman gasped.
I am his son.
Where I exist, I am suffering. Tears began to well in her snowy eyes, as the mechanics of his breathing birthed new feeling. And it was through this frequency she began to understand. She shifted in his comfort, and I reached in to hold her tightly. Dream angel, the novelist said, extending the silk glove to dry the rain before it threatened waterfalls. A theater of tragedy, will bent on correcting.
Why did you do this to me? Create this separation?
I'm sorry. I'm hurting, you know. Barely alive before I knew it. Could you even see these eyes? They are whole. So long. Can you hear this? I am barely breathing. The woman grew still, and he could tell she was listening. It was as she listened, did she elicit retreat inward, as the reflecting sorrow was too much to trace. A far greater face than I could possibly bear. And I wanted to see you again, my dream. Who knows how I have been so long without you, and the great dimension you carry, my home. Your dreams, I will not allow them to die.
You already have. For you've put us to the melody of a story that could only end.
This theme is to create a dream that will only go on.
It is by text and words that we create this song.
I thought I found you, inspired some point of awareness to climb. But I awoke and I was the only one walking this waking dream. You were nowhere in sight.
You know where to find me.
I've tried. It never ends. Should I subject myself any further, I should never re-emerge. Nor to hurt us all. It is only this place do I find sanctuary. The novelist stared at his doorway, a barrier to a world going nowhere. unable to move from the contents of his imagination.
Where am I? Have I been dwelling here so long?
He said, looking around curiously.
I must finish this story. We are still in pain. I am writing these actions, all words, as they become ordered under my current state of awareness. They create this world we inhabit.
I thought I found you. You inspired within me some point of awareness to climb. But I awoke and I was the only one walking. In this waking dream, I am alone.
My darling, we exist in an ocean beyond time. We are only projected here.
You are nowhere in sight.
You know where you must go. Listen to me.
Where are you? Somehow, I feel you, still speaking to me. Yet you have put us to a melody that only ends. Did ever we exist?
My darling, I'm
Right here. I can't breathe. Thank you for journeying with me. Every fractal of a moment we shared I shall miss. Please stay tuned for the final chapter. You're marvelous.